What's up, everybody? This is Hoodie, and today we're gonna do NanoCherryCTF on TryHackMe. It's medium level box and it's 3 days old, so let's just get on it. So this is a brief story based on the vigilante hacker and the WIM enthusiast that hacked into their ice cream shop.
Bullshit.
And we need to hack back into that and escalate our privileges to take them down. And a guy named Jax has already set up a backdoor account for us to get started, and we can just directly get started. Let me first try to connect to the TryHackMe VPN, and we're gonna make a directory for the CTF. We need to add this IP to our etc host file so we can access it. It says cherry on top.thm. So let's get on with it. I'll use Threader 3000 for scanning the ports. Port 80 is open and it sometimes just bug a little. There we go. So let's see. Uh-oh. So this is the website. We got nothing interesting here except these usernames. We have Molly Milk, Chad Cherry, Sam Sprinkles, and bob-boba. And we can actually go ahead and see what are the questions. So we see we need to compromise the server and escalate our privileges to root, and not all flex password segments need to be found in order. So there we go. We need to gain access to Molly's dashboard, and we need to find Chad Cherry's password and the root flag. Okay, that's cool. bob-boba, this guy looks funny as hell. So there's nothing here except this. So there's nothing on the website that's too exciting. We can run Buster on it. Yes, run nmap. We can try running Buster. There we go. And this is first exciting page we found on Ice Cream Facts. And if we go into there and we select any fact and we are guest, and if we submit it, it will show us a fact based on ice creams. But if we look at the URL here, you see it's making a get request and it's a user. And if we go to CyberChef, if we try to see what kind of hash this is, it looks like something like base 3264. And there we go. We are guest user and it's base 32, right? And we got 4 facts. So if we try to change the number of the fact, maybe 7 something, we got error 7. So we can even inject like HTML or JavaScript here, whatever you want. So like hoodie, but even if we can inject HTML or even we have XSS, it's nothing useful here because we don't have a cookie to steal or some session, right? Okay. There is nothing too interesting on the website, right? So let's close this, and we got our nmap. There's just 2 ports open. Okay, let's close this too. Let's SSH into Jax, right? Notsus at the rate cherry on top dot dhm. The backdoor he left us. This is the password. Let's start from there, right? So there we go. We can get into bash interactive mode. So you found it. So this is the third part, I think. Good work, hacker. Glad you made it this far. From here, we should be able to hit bob-boba where it hurts. Can you find a way to escalate your privileges vertically to access his account? So it says we need to access bob-boba from here, and what else is on the box? Is there something interesting here? Nah. What processes are running? Nothing too serious. We can check for cron jobs. Uh-oh. Nothing here, but let me pwd. So we are in home directory, and a hidden notsus directory, the backdoor he left us, right? So let's ls into home, and we got these 4 users, right? Chad Cherry, Molly Milk, and Sam Sprinkles. Okay, so let's see what's in the etc cron tab. So there we got a cron job that's running as bob-boba user, and it's downloading a coinflip.sh bash script and directly executing it into the bash from this domain. And if we check etc host, you see there is no such domain directly enlisted, and you can find these information using linps too, but I found this manually because I just like to enumerate the box manually. And we see we have read and write permission onto this file. So what we can do is we can, you see, home boba conflip.sh, right? Let's create the same directory structure here, and let's create a file called conflip.sh. Let's start with this shebang line, and now we can add a reverse shell here, a bash reverse shell, right? Bash -c, and there we go. Now, let's give it executable permissions and go back, and we can start a web server here on port 8000, right? Oh, it's already in use. Let me close this and start up our netcat listener. And here, let's edit this file. We don't have Vim on the machine because the guy hates Vim for some reason. I don't know. And we can do it using, or let's just echo and append it in the last. It's my TryHackMe IP you see here, and I'm gonna bind it to cherry on top.tld, top level domain. And so it will look for this bash script onto our machine, right? And directly execute it into bash, and it's running as bob-boba, so we will get the bob-boba reverse shell here. We can do this and now wait for a minute to run. Let's wait for the cron job to run, and we can run pspy here probably. So, and one thing too, lsla temp, if we check mount, for some reason id notsus user is temp directory is, never mind. How much time is it gonna take? Okay, 10 more seconds and we will get the bob-boba user reverse shell here. Probably, if we didn't mess up anything. There we go. There we go. It took the file and gave us the bob-boba user's reverse shell. So now we have bob-boba. Let's stabilize the shell. Import pdy, pdy.spawn, bin bash, and there we go. Export term is equal to xterm, background, and SSTV raw echo and foreground. So now we got Chad's third key here and our script, and this was the original script, I think. Yep, it just had entails, and we got bob log.txt. It's just a story way. It's trying to tell us something like we need to eliminate every trace of the text editor and replace it with nano. Either way, I gotta really protect this password segment Chad gave me in case of emergencies, and blah blah blah. So one thing to note here, every part of the ChatJerry password, we're gonna find like 3 different ways. So first of all, if you noticed, when we viewed the etc host file, there is another subdomain, nano.cherryontop.thm, and we would have found it even if we, even with fuff. So let me try using that. I'll use this. Oh, wait. And host was.cherryontop.thm, word list, if you're gonna use sec list, discovery, DNS, top 1 million subdomain, top 1 million 5000.txt. Let's do it short. And if we run this, we can filter out lines 297. There we go. And we could find nano using this too. So it's no issue. But till it's running, there we go. You see, we found the nano using this, and now we can add it into our Etsy host so we can access it. And we can just do nano.cherry-on-top.thm. Now if we move over to the subdomain, there we go. So this is the web page we got, and this is much similar to the website on port 80. We got the users Chad, Molly, brother Sam, and brother Bob. I'm pretty much guessing we have to find, we will find the Molly's dashboard here. So we go to admin, we found the login.php, and I was pretty stuck at this point for quite a time until I realized while we were solving the CTF and the TryHackMe Discord VC together, we found that we have to actually brute force the username too here. There is no SQL injection because on the box they're using SQLite database instead of MySQL, so we can't actually execute SQL here, and we need to brute force the username and password. We can use Hydra or Burp Suite, but I'm gonna do it with Bash, and it's just I found like I just wanna make sure you guys know what other ways you can use to brute force login credentials without using any tool, right? So it's just much handy stuff, and I love doing these. So let's just move on to it. So we need to enumerate both username and password, and it's none of the username from the box we found. It's just random username from roku.txt. So we're gonna do this. First of all, I'll create a small word list instead of roku, because usually you see in CTFs it's usually among the top 10,000 words, right? So we don't need the full roku for it. So we can just take the top 10,000 words and we're good to go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna while read uh, to make sure we don't interpret backslashes. I do curl. We're gonna do a post request. We're gonna do it in silent mode, and we're gonna take the URL. And if we try to just log in once with random username and password, it says the user doesn't exist, right? So we need to find, so firstly we'll just enumerate the user, and that will then we'll brute force the password here. So we took the URL and we can send data into it. So I'm gonna switch to developer tools, gonna send a request again, and we're gonna click on this post request. We go to request raw mode, and we can take this data that it's sending in the post request. There we go. We can use any username, but in the any password, but in the username field we're going to use the variable we're reading from here. And okay, so first of all, okay, oh my bad, sorry. So first of all, we're going to see, and we make this request, right? Let's make a request here. Random username. There we go. We got this username is not this user doesn't exist, right? So let's see how many lines this has. Oak print nr $0 to print the whole line, and oh my bad, so we got 60 lines, right? Even if we enter any other username or anything, we still got 60 lines in the output, right? So we know this user doesn't exist is on the 36th line, right? So we can, instead of printing the whole output, we can just print, which line was it? 36. So there we go. This way we can actually like figure out which which user we have to look up to, like what is the successful brute forcing. What did I even just say? Okay, so we're gonna do this, and it's before curl we're gonna echo hyphen e to interpret new line characters, and we're gonna also print the username we are using right now. And there we go. We're gonna pass that to lolcat so we can we have a nice colored output, and we can do done. We can take output input from pass.txt, which have the password or username. So let's go. So you see this user doesn't exist, right? So we can do this very nice way, and we'll wait till we find the like username, and after the username we're gonna brute force, you know. Oh, you see, for the puppet it shows bad password. So if we go and check, now we can actually brute force the password for puppet user, so we know the puppet user exists on the system. So we're gonna close this and just do a little change here. So after successfully getting the puppet user, we can brute force the password, and instead of ASDF we can type -I here, and for here we can do puppet. But now the thing is, we're not gonna get the 36th line, so we can remove this part, and yeah, now run it. We see it's trying the passwords here all along, and we'll know when we have the password. Either it will have the long output, or it will have a lesser, lesser content up here. We'll just have the admin like portal. So let's wait for till it find the password, right password for puppet user. Oh, if you see just above, we got master, and it doesn't have all this content like all of the other things. So we can try puppet and master. There we go. And we found it. We found Molly's dashboard. So we got Molly's dashboard password, dashboard flag, sorry. And if we go below, we see the Jax, the guy that has set up the backdoor for us. I'm so scared with a loser, can't even use a green screen correctly. I knew he tried to get a hold of my SSH password. Chad, Cherry, future wife. Okay, so we got probably Chad, Cherry's SSH password. Chad, Cherry on top.thm, and the password. Nope. Or maybe it's password to not of SSH, but nope. Am I doing something wrong? Chad, Cherry's future wife. Oh, it's the password for Molly, I guess. Molly milk. Yeah, there we go. We got Molly's password. We're into Molly, and we got Chad's key number 1, NanoCherry. And that's the second part, and we got the third part here, I guess. Chad. Nope, we had it in. Hold up. Bash -I. We are. No, we want Bob. Yep, we have the Chad's third part here, the future. We just now need the second part, and we will get the Cherry's password here, but uh, let's move on from here. And we found the Molly's password too. Okay, so there we go. What else we got? So we enumerated this page. It's nothing here now. We can close this. We can, okay, let's move on to the cherry on top.thm, the main domain. Okay, so the URL here, this is what I'm talking about. So if you look closely here, let's try to click here and curl the request, and let's see. So we got ice cream was first invented in 1777. We can check what line numbers they are using. Awk, print NR, $0 to print the complete line. There we go. We got 63 lines in a response, and even if we change the fact like 4, we still got 63. So let's try to make this, you know. And second of all, you see this, the user, we have base 32 of guest, and we know the usernames, STTP cherry on top.thm. We found Molly, we have Bob, we have what else? What is this? No, cherryondop.com. Is that a real website? Damn. Okay, we just need the TryHackMe one. Sorry, bro. Yep. So we got Molly Milk, we got bob-boba. Chad Cherry is the like final user we have to get to. And now I think, probably guessing, we need Sam Sprinkles. We will get Sam Sprinkles from here. So I'll just take Sam Sprinkles and we'll close this up. We'll type here Sam Sprinkles. We'll do this and to base 32. There we go. And if we change it to small letters because you know ls home, these aren't small, right? That's why. So we'll copy its base 32 and we'll paste it here in the user section. And now if we will try and brute force like basic IDOR stuff, right? We can do -I. So for I in 1 to 100, I want to do this, do curl -s for silent mode, and we're gonna request it using the facts and the user Sam Sprinkles, and I think that's it. Okay. Oh god. Oh, I think we need to do done. Yep. So now here, one more thing. We can just try to. We know the fact is on 53rd line. We can just try to print that, and so we can do this using sed or just awk nr53. We need to print the line number 53. So there we go. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll wait for something different to come up. Okay, we got on 20 nop, just nop. So we know there is something there. And oh, there we go. On 43rd, we see my secret web hideout in case I forget my SSH credentials again. So we got the Sam Sprinkles SSH password from here. There we go. We can directly Sam Sprinkles. So we are Sam Sprinkles now. There we go. We got Chad's second key will be NanoCherry will be, we can close this, close this, close this. There we go. Second key, now we can combine the password here. NanoCherry will be the future. So we can move to Chad Cherry from here. Chad Cherry. NanoCherry will be the future. We got Chad Cherry. There we go. We are the elites of the elite. And we can close this. Okay, so we got Chad flag here. Pass is collected, and now we just need the root flag, and we got hello.txt and we got root password.wav file, an audio file basically. So we know it has Python in here. We can spin up a web server 1337. We can get this file cherry on top.thm 1337 root password.wav. So the hello.txt just explaining here that we have the root password from here. You can find the password of root account in the web file. Whomever you are, if you're smart enough hacker, you'll figure it out. So I was also not like too much stuck on this like root password thing because we all were solving the CTF in the TryHackMe Discord VC, and a guy helped us out figure this out. But I was also doing research on my own, and I ended up on this Reddit post which has how do I look for images in audio files. So I have an audio file that I suspect might have a hidden image in it. So I'm trying to figure out how to look at it. So in the comments, one guy mentioned this. I don't know exactly what you mean by hidden image, but you can try QSSTV and Sonic Visualizer. So I just Googled what is QSSTV, and we ended up on this GitHub that has this description: receive and transmit images over radio using analog SSTV and digital DRM. So I just downloaded it using apt install QSSTV, and we spin up the QSSTV, and on the other hand side, there we go. You can view a YouTube video about it, but uh, you don't have to exactly. So other side, we can run root.wav file. So you'll see here. So it just has basic like signal transmitters, like you know the telephone lines and the like old television signal sounds like. So this is how they sound like. We can turn it on and we can play the sound. Oh, wait, I need to turn my microphone on so it can actually hear this. So we can. Okay, so now it's hearing my mic, right? There we go. So now we can play this and wait for the image to load.
What the fuck that even mean, man?
So we can stop this, and my ears are completely broken right now. So we got the root password from here. Nano will never be overtaken. So we can just directly log in into root, su root. Nano will be, oh, I messed up. Nano will never be overtaken. Be overtaken. There we go. We got the root flag now, and this was a box, guys. It was, I mean, it was fun, but to CTFE, you have to actually know what you're doing. So, especially on the root part here. So, but still, it was pretty fun, right? And there we go. You are now a script kiddie, and we completed the box. I hope you learned something new, and please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what did I miss, and I'll see you till next time.